Dann klupschen wir das einmal an. Ich bin sehr gespannt. Ihr wisst ja, ich bin sehr hyped auf Hogwarts Legacy. Ich bin sehr hyped. Ich bin auf jeden Fall, es ist, glaube ich, der erste Gameplay-Showcase. Was ich so mitbekommen habe, ist, es soll sich ein Schloss oder ein Turm angeschaut werden. Man soll was vom Kämpfen sehen. Und ich glaube, die Charaktererstellung wird nochmal gezeigt. Das ist, glaube ich, so das, was ich so gelesen habe. Und ich bin sehr gespannt. Und Master Dali, einen wunderschönen guten Tag und herzlich willkommen im Chat. Mir geht es gut. Wie geht es dir? Alles gut bei dir? So, ich starte mal. Ich bin sehr gespannt. Ich hoffe, ich kann hier sitzen bleiben, sonst setze ich mich gleich nochmal um. Habe ich geplayt? Geht's los? Ja, es geht los. Boah, das ist ja eine geile Figur. Die hätte ich auch gerne. Der Dobby ist auch schön. Und Hedwig war auch schön. Und diese Grafik. Diese Grafik ist schön. Warum das denn, Dali? Was ist da denn los? Oh. Oh, cool. Diese Lichteffekte.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Software, and we've got a lot of
Jana
really
genauso
exciting
hyped wie
stuff to show you today. But before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host.
Oh, dieses Hogwarts Express-Schild da, was da ist, da drüben, das hätte ich auch so gerne. Und das ist dieser der Hogwarts-Zug.
Conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged, yes.
One half of Expecto Go,
Yeah.
James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content, and I am
Ich stelle Popcorn in die Runde. Dankeschön.
Expecto Go, the
Süß
better
oder
half,
salzig, Leute?
likes to,
Was ist euer Favorit?
represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank
Ich
you,
finde das Hogwarts-Schloss da drüben
Avalanche
richtig,
Software
da
for
ist es ja
inviting me. I cannot wait
richtig
to
geil
go
in dem
visit. I
Regal.
just gotta say that.
Welcome, thank
Ich habe
you
sowas
for
mal
being
als
here.
Lampe gesehen,
And
das
we've got
ist so
two people
teuer.
from the studio.
Süß, ja, ich bin
Two
auch
of the
Team
many
Süß.
people bringing this thing together. The magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert Boston Madsen. So thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay. So what we're going to be showing you today.
Ich will auch schon eine Hedwig-Eule, die gibt es bestimmt bei Elbenwald, oder?
It's your legacy, and you have to create yourself.
Und der nächste Flug in 8,5 Stunden ist jetzt oh no, shit, wie ist das denn passiert? Ach, Kacke. Oh, okay, das ist wirklich sehr, sehr ärgerlich. Wo soll es denn hingehen?
It's just a small tour
Character Creator, Tour of Hogwarts.
Hogwarts is really big, so we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot. So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of
also
how
wirklich
all
so
that
das, was
works.
ich gesagt habe.
Just a little taste, yeah.
Ich feiere auch
We're
das
excited
Buch
to
da
get
im
there. But
Regal.
again, first and foremost, we need to get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So, Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today,
Hallo!
is going to be handing you the
Hallo!
controller.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything.
Ah, auf der PlayStation 5.
All right, so what are we looking at right here on this screen?
These are your presets. So a lot like other games.
Die Grafik sieht halt
there's some
so
initial
gut
settings that you
aus.
can choose for your character that just kind of get them into
einfach
like the
oben
ballpark
links.
of what you want to
Aber
be,
die,
who you
genau,
want
die
to
ist
be, and
auch
what you want to change.
cute.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial that in, be exactly who you want to be. It's our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves
find,
to
by the way,
Hogwarts
die
or whatever
Outfits
character
sehr
they want
geil.
to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my God, and options galore. Do you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
It's all about you
Okay,
today.
okay. All right. So, okay, yeah, that's me.
Ich sehe schon die ganzen Einstellungsmöglichkeiten da oben und denke mir so, oh
Very
Gott,
close,
what
but
the fuck?
let's look at everything.
Das
Outfit ist so
Play around with
cool.
some of these options, like really.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then
Dann kann man unten an die
okay,
Skin Color, man kann die Brille einstellen. Okay, also es ist nicht so dass man so ganz genau alles aussuchen kann. Aber gut, für mich, ich finde es so vollkommen in Ordnung. Ich finde, man verliert sich sonst so sehr in die Charaktererstellung. Ich finde es immer besser, wenn man mehrere verschiedene Möglichkeiten hat zum Auswählen, als wenn man wirklich alles einstellen kann. Die Wangenknochen, dann noch das Kinn und die Nase. Das finde ich so angenehmer. Gene, einfach schon F. Oh, das ist ja richtig kacke. Kriegst du wenigstens irgendwie was erstattet oder so? Weil ist ja dann nicht deine Schuld. Ärgerlich, tut mir echt leid für dich. Die Brille ist ja mal so geil. Ich habe noch nie so eine Brille gesehen. Die Harry Potter-Brille. Die Brillen hätten es für mich ein paar mehr sein können, aber gut, es ist ja nur ein Showcase. Wer weiß, wie es dann später nochmal wird.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming about my different characters. And what they're
my
gonna
gosh, the pony. The thing
Haare
I'm
sehen schon gut
always
aus.
amazed by whenever I see any aspects of
Mich interessiert dann
Hogwarts
noch, wie es im
Legacy
Gameplay ist, also ob es dann auch so
is just
mit
the
schwingt
texture.
oder,
And
ne?
like you even adding the bounce with the hair moving around. Yo, that kind of looks like Hermione a little bit. I'm not even gonna just like I'm not afraid.
Das ist eine wunderschöne Frisur.
Can I go like Tonks purple or green a little bit?
Absolutely.
Ich hoffe, es wird rot.
Yo,
Es wird hundertprozentig rot
this is
geben.
so cool. Oh, I like that. That is cute.
Das ist wirklich cool.
Okay,
Oh,
so,
oh wow, die
little
sehen
behind
richtig
the
gut
scenes. I used
aus.
to have this type of
Ich habe noch
hair,
nie
like,
so gute Raster
way back,
gesehen.
but
Also in-game.
I wanted
Noch
silver
nie.
tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Oh, die
So
sind
you
ja
literally can bring
geil.
yourself, like, it's a
40
myriad
Euro.
of
Oh, muss man
textures
gucken irgendwie
and
am Ende, ob du dann irgendwie doch noch was kriegen
Alright,
kannst,
so
ne?
now
Und
we get
Pinky
over here
Kitty,
to,
Hallöchen, wie
play
geht es
around
dir? Oh,
with
schön, dass du
some of
da
the-
These are more
bist.
subtle options. We've
Okay.
got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Ah, Freckles.
You guys literally thought of it.
Und wie nennt man das? Leberfleck? Ist es ein Leberfleck?
I do
Muttermal?
have a bit of fun with that. And then the scars
Ich hätte gern
are one of
freckles.
those options where,
Oh, Narben.
you know, Harry had his own unique
Yeah.
scar, but you can come in with different scar options.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Also ich möchte auf jeden Fall Freckles haben.
Oh, those are my favorite. The eyebrow scars.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah.
Zauberstab.
Like,
Wow,
Yeah, you look kind of just like tough. but-
Könnte besser sein. Was ist los,
So now
Kitty? Ich
we're
bin
over
extrem.
here.
Ja, das kann ich verstehen. Ey, ich wäre auch ziemlich.
You guys.
Ich glaube, ich würde dort im Flughafen stehen und rumragen.
Again, getting more subtle.
Ich würde
here,
ich würde
you know,
einmal
really, like,
eskalieren.
dialing in that face to
Eyebrow color, eye
get
color.
your-
I don't know how revealing I want to be with my facial features now. Just like, yeah, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of sit kind of low. But I mean, literally, you have so many options just starting
geil.
the game. I feel like I'm going to be here like forever.
You and me both.
And then this final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. You know, this is where you finalize everything. You're
Okay,
not
es gibt
choosing your
noch-
house here. Okay, that's not
Oh,
yet.
es gibt einen Story-Modus. Das ist genau meins.
But you know, here's where you bring you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or feminine voice, and then even within that, changing your pitch,
With
the pitch slider.
It's a subtle slider,
Yeah.
but you can hear it.
Ach krass, okay.
That was quite something.
And so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want.
Okay.
You'll be selecting your difficulty here. For today, we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's gonna
Light
be,
Gameplay,
taking us through
Balanced
some of the experiences
Gameplay,
with
Hard
combat
ist
later.
dann
And we
ne,
can talk a little more
schwierig.
about
Was ist
difficulty,
Story?
yeah, with combat
Story
and how that
zeigen.
plays in. But
Story.
I think the important
Story.
thing here
Wir
is,
fokussen uns
like,
auf Minimal
if-
Gameplay
for people who
Challenge.
aren't gamers
Boah, schwer.
especially,
Right.
Story mode is a way to get into this without being
Mach
worried
das,
about,
Chiara,
like,
kann ich
oh, do I
verstehen,
need
mach
to be
das.
good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this
Was sagen
game.
meine Freunde,
Now we're
warum interessant aus, Kitty. Hast du sie auch schon bestellt, das Spiel? Welche Version? Die normale? Dann gab es ja die Deluxe und die Collectors Edition. Also ich würde wahrscheinlich Easy oder Story spielen, weil ich halt... Ich bin halt... Ich schaue mir halt immer sehr, sehr gerne die... sehr, sehr gerne mal die Story an, aber ich bin halt nicht unbedingt nur jemanden, der an einer Stelle verzweifelt. Deswegen würde ich zum Beispiel, kein Dark Souls spielen würde. Und Liara, hallöchen, ein Stück veganen Schokokuchen in Chat, lecker. Was gibt's denn da Feines? Wir schauen uns den Hogwarts Legacy Showcase von gestern an. Da wird ein bisschen Gameplay gezeigt. Man sieht ein bisschen was vom Schloss und oh mein Gott, wie schön ist dieser Raum und oh mein Gott, ist das eine schöne Eule im Hintergrund. OMG. Wunderschön. Und wir sind von der Zeit her lang schauen wir uns auch den Nintendo Indie Showcase an, weil wir haben jetzt gerade festgestellt, wenn ich Spiele spiele, stürzt mein PC leider immer noch ab. Oder die Programme stürzen ab. Die normale reicht ja auch. Ich habe mir die Deluxe-Variante, weil man dann ja vorher schon spielen kann. Und jetzt, wie, die machen nichts. Hä, aber 2 Wochen ist doch gar nicht mehr so gut. Ich mega aus. Ja, hast du es dir auch schon vorbestellt, Liara? Story about a little guy that doesn't blue. Let's go. Ich glaube, ich muss Glück haben. Ich weiß gerade nicht, was für ein Lied das ist. Ich weiß gerade nicht, was für ein Lied das ist.
Okay.
Right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
Oh, der Spiegel. Ist das ein Spiegel? Das Bild? Das ist eher ein
But we do want
Bild.
to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone. And then on the left side, that thing that has
Der Annie the
the
Duck
one
Shop,
button
Merch Shop
next
ist
to it,
by the
that's
way
another
live. Ich
thing
habe noch gar nicht
where we don't
reingeguckt.
want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of brewing and growing over the
Er hat
course of the
Apfel
game. So
gegessen.
that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the right.
Master Dani, Dankeschön für den Follow und herzlich willkommen im Flughafen. Oh Gott, im Katzenkörbchen. Und ich drücke die Daumen, dass du die Zeit ganz schnell rumbekommst und wünsche dir einen ganz tollen Urlaub auf jeden Fall, Dali. Fühlen Sie sich gedrückt und Daumen sind gedrückt, dass alles gut geht. Bis dann.
There's also options to remove the map and turn on or off different elements of our HUD.
Oh, danke, Krabbel. Oh, jetzt weiß ich, welches Lied das ist. Das ist schon ungefähr. Ja, klar, klar, weil irgendwann fängt ja das auch an zu verkalken alles, ne? Shit. Denke ich schon mir das irgendwo im Netz, das HP ist nicht so meins. Die Filme waren nice, aber da bin ich nicht so drin. Ich werde es auf jeden Fall spielen. Wahrscheinlich, ich habe mir das ja tatsächlich überlegt, dass ich 2 Spielstände mache, weil ich ja dann morgens und abends streame, dass wir morgens eine Story spielen und abends dann die Bösen spielen, also ne, sowas in der Art, ne? Da kommt jemand anderes. Oh mein Gott. Wait, das ist Hufflepuff, ne? Die Robe ist, allein die Robe ist geil. Ich glaube, wir müssen doch Hufflepuff spielen und nicht Gryffindor. Angeblich kommt das Spiel auch in Xbox Game Pass, laut Gerüchten. Laut Gerüchten kommt das Spiel in Xbox Game Pass. Die Hobbits. Oh, ey, wait. Pinky Kitty, das, stimmt. Das, wo du sagst, das hat wirklich so ein bisschen Hobbits-Vibes, ne? So mit diesen Verzierungen. Gryffindor, ja genau, Gryffindor. Gryffindor ist die neue Stadt bei Herr der Ringe. Sarah, schön, dass du da warst. Vielleicht liest man sich bald wieder. Bis dann. Bist du auch ein Hufflepuff? Ich muss nochmal den offiziellen Test tatsächlich machen, ob ich Hufflepuff bin. Aber ist Hufflepuff nicht immer die langweiligsten? Also ich weiß nicht, irgendwie bei Hufflepuff sagen immer alle, die wären so, keine Ahnung. Ich bin eigentlich Slytherin. Summer Schreibweite. Hallo!
Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just music, but kind of hearing how Hogwarts is now, it's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Was war das denn gerade?
Use Revelio right here, because there's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something there. Yeah. So these are something that
Oh,
kind of
wait.
indicate all the pages
Das sind die
are war pages.
ruhigen.
And you'll
Würdet ihr mich
notice a bunch
als
of
ruhig
things pop up.
bezeichnen? Ich ja nicht.
You see
Ne?
that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
Der Rest
And you
stimmt.
can also see that we've advanced
So ist von
this thing
Slytherin.
called, like,
Also ich möchte eigentlich auch sehr gerne einen
Okay.
Slytherin
So I wanna
Spielstand
talk about
machen.
that a little bit. So we
Ich
have the
hoffe, man kann
ourselves,
mehrere
right?
Spielstände machen, weil René möchte natürlich auch gerne spielen.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there.
Hallo, können wir bitte weiter gucken?
In our game we had to answer the question,
Die Robe ist
you know,
leider
what
immer
makes
noch sehr
you cool?
geil.
What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other
Ich glaube, wir
students?
machen da eine Umfrage. Wir machen
Okay,
einmal
so
auf jeden Fall
we have an
so
answer to that
Slytherin
question.
mit dass wir
And there's
böse
given
werden.
to
Ich glaube,
by
man kann ja irgendwie
so
2
there's something that we
Entscheidungen
call
wählen.
the Wizard's
Und bei dem
School
anderen machen wir eine
Grant
Umfrage dann
School
auf dem Discord,
early on in the game.
was wir da
And the
machen.
Wizard's
Ob
Field
Gryffindor
Guide
oder
is
Hufflepuff.
how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before we push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
Das ist bei mir ist es dann Slytherin. Bei mir war es halt immer unterschiedlich, deswegen.
Overlaid over it, right?
Okay,
And you
okay.
can see that on your level as well. So that
Oh,
the field guide has this
wow.
magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors have granted it to you as a late 5th year student is because they want
finde, by the way,
it
diesen
to help
Gryffindor
you
Hoodie
catch
mega
up to the other
cool.
kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities.
Da
to
unten
learn
ist das
and grow
Buch.
all
Oh mein
around you.
Gott,
So the
hier.
way it works is,
Das ist
as you
das Buch aus der
discover gameplay
Collectors
in the
Edition. Das sieht halt leider
game,
schon
it
echt
recognizes that
extremst
as a challenge,
geil
which
aus.
is
Das
kind
ist
of
mir leider keine
locked into there.
300 Euro
And as you
wert.
go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges,
Oh, ist
quest
das gut gemacht.
challenges, exploration challenges, and you can see
Ich bin
field guide pages
hyped,
around
Leute. Ich
there
bin
as well.
leider echt hyped auf das
We
Spiel.
unlock that one field guide page.
That entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that
Ich schaue die ganze Zeit, was hinten in dem Regal alles steht und denke mir so, ja, nehme ich auch alles. Bitte. I need it. Ich finde es cool mit den Prozentangaben, dass man halt weiß,
To the grand staircase here. We're not-
wie weit bin ich, dass man so ein Gefühl dafür hat.
All the
Match the tower.
portraits.
Yeah.
And I did notice
Oh,
the
wow.
blue flame just ignite right there, which was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fast travel points there. House
Der echte
hourglasses.
Gryffindor
We had
Liebe.
to.
Oh,
How much fun was it designing
wow.
those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in there?
gorgeous, but
But
that they're there just like in the book.
Oh
Yeah,
Right next to the
mein
it's a nod to
Gott.
lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the
Yeah,
game. It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there
I'm
are
a
lots
little
of
bit
choices
hyped.
where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems,
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing.
Ich will
that
auch
the great
spielen.
those
Oh Gott,
doors.
gib
Again,
mir
we're
bitte
not
dieses
going there. He's
Spiel.
just kind of like,
Please.
no.
Dumm fliegt gleich.
Cool.
Here's another collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you can.
Das war die für
do and
PS5
pick up.
Klappelovers.
That's a
Wir reden hier
shot
nicht
that
über
you
Harvest
did.
Teller.
That part right there. I recognize that.
Wäre by the way auch ein Spiel gewesen, was ich sehr gerne gekauft hätte, aber es sieht leider wirklich nicht schön aus, Harvest Teller. Also auf Switch sieht es schrecklich aus, finde ich. Wobei Faye ist begeistert, sie spielt das Spiel wirklich gerne,
the
Harvest
detail I
Teller.
find in this is kind of I get surprised by it all the time.
Also sie sagt auch, wenn dann nur am PC. Oh wow.
Oh man. And we're going out. Look at that.
This is where the students would
Es sieht ein
normally
bisschen
kind of
neblig aus
congregate, just,
gerade.
kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside of the Great Hall before and after meals.
And I
Die
love
laufen
the
die
way
Treppe immer so
that when the
komisch rum.
castle interconnects to, that it interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways
Hä,
on both
natürlich
sides
sieht es
of
gut
things,
aus.
so you really get a sense of
Echt
scope.
einiges verändert. Ja, das auf jeden Fall,
And then
Sko.
you see things
Das auf
like
jeden Fall.
notice a bridge over there. That's a place you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Oh, ich liebe es, dass auch so viel in der Gegend los ist. Oder fliegen mal Leute mit dem Besen rum und alles. Es ist nicht so like Legends Arceus, oh, es geht schon wieder los, wo einfach nichts in der Welt passiert ist. Okay, ist das Nintendo jetzt, aber okay. Da passiert halt was.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from.
Oh wait, ist das nicht
the
die Robe
ASMR.
für,
And yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and
Wie heißt
keep
es denn?
moving on. We can't
Dieses
spoil
Besen
everything.
da.
We're gonna give you everything.
Ach, ich hab's vergessen.
Hogwarts contains a lot of secrets.
Oh my god.
But this is
Wenn wir überlegen, dass
this
es doch
grand
Brief
entryway
Footage
right here,
ist
coming
das halt schon
down
heftig.
into, a really kind of
Work
central
in
area.
progress.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the green
Ich hätte
house
gern die
outside,
Bodenfliesen.
and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed so you shouldn't get very
Ich dachte gerade, es ist ein Handy, was Ding, Ding, Ding macht.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, you know.
Quidditch!
the screen
Danke,
over
ich meine
there, the
Quidditch.
greenhouse is over there, Transfiguration Courtyard,
Alter, Lobos, was hast du denn für einen Delay drin? Du reagierst auf Sachen, die ich vor 2 Minuten gesagt habe.
Even the color visually, you can just tell, okay, green,
Oh, green, go that
greenhouse.
way.
Ich freue mich hart auf Pokémon. Liara, welches hast du bestellt? Oder welches holst du dir? Noch eine Seite! Einfangen!
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us
Karmesin!
still
Ja!
get lost in it
It
on a
is a
daily
castle.
basis. It's a castle.
Am Anfang habe ich noch gefragt, und welches holt ihr? Alle Karmesin, Karmesin, Karmesin. Ich so, gut, dann bestelle ich mit Purpur. Jetzt habe ich eine Umfrage auf Instagram gemacht. Na, welches habt ihr vorbestellt? Eine einzige Person hat für Karmesin abgestimmt. Alle anderen für Purpur. Und ich so,
Yeah, I know what
That
I'm doing.
statue
I know
is
what I'm
from the reveal trailer. There's that dragon. Oh my god.
This is another location where the students will gather.
brauche ein neues Mainboard und
you know, and
CPU.
just
Auf der
kinda chill
Konsole
out.
spielen ist keine
An
Alternative für
opportunity
dich,
to,
Kitty,
talk
oder hast
to
du die
somebody,
Möglichkeit nicht?
Get a
Yeah.
quest giver here.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumor is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked
Könnte Sims bitte
cabinets
auch
years
so
ago.
aussehen?
Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Da hinten raucht's.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope
Ich
you
glaube, da
do.
ging irgendwas schief.
In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
So it's kind of side quest.
Ich finde die
really,
Paradox-Pokémon
it's
so
a
Karmesin.
cool way
Okay.
to interact
Ich habe gedacht, ich nehme halt
with your
Purpur, weil alle
students,
anderen Karmesin
with,
wollten und jetzt haben alle
teachers,
Purpur
with,
bestellt.
you know, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's
Weil da nur ein Timeout kassiert.
So the students are kind of like fresh out of school,
Das wird
around
mir jetzt
it,
ewig
what schools
hinterherhängen,
can do, and
Sko,
then those
ne?
interactions, different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game-wide. Some of these affect.
Ich mag ja solche
characters'
Minimaps, die mir
lives,
anzeigt, wo ich
the
hin
ending of
muss.
the game,
Ich mich immer verlaufe.
And sometimes it's just
Ich glaube,
about
Lobos
you
wird sich noch
being a
freuen, wenn wir
little
Ghost
bit
of
of a
Tsushima
bad
spielen.
and a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies.
Wow.
But,
Die
but
Wand
those
sieht immer
opportunities
heftig
are
aus.
Wow, look at this.
This is the
Yep, Jenny.
Dada
Yep,
Defense
mhm.
Against the Dark Arts.
Power.
Power. which
Es tut mir doch
This is one
leid.
of
Das
my
ist, erinnert mich
favorite
bei der Renaissance
locations
wieder ganz
in-
weit weg zu tun.
in the castle, just visually, you come in here and just the richness of
It is
this area.
very iconic, very unique
Ist noch
to
jemand mit einer Quest?
anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Klein.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am?
Ravenclaw.
Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates.
Wie
for no
Foffi ist.
reason.
Hat Foffi das hinbekommen? Wie lange habe ich die noch nicht getimeoutet?
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst. That no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends.
Und man hört
so I brought my
richtig, wie die
collection
Stimme
down to the
hallt in
common
der
room.
Halle.
My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones?
He's so
Little
cute.
balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often.
Ich weiß so langsam, warum sie
People
gemobbt
can
wird.
be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Okay.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they
Diese
responded accordingly.
I didn't make the
Wandgestaltung.
rules.
Nur ein Test, mhm.
I can't work
Yes,
out
Go,
how
ich
to
wollte
get
auch
them
nur mal
back on my
testen, ob
own.
ich Leute noch
I don't
timeouten
think I
kann.
know the
Das war nur ein
necessary spells
Test.
yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and
Bekommt das
Jackstone
Spiel
by
eigentlich ein
myself in
deutsches
no time.
Synchro?
I love that interaction with her because there's so many ways that you can go with that. You can feel for
Ich weiß
her.
jetzt gerade gar nicht, ob es eine
You
deutsche
can
Synchro
be a jerk
bekommt
to her, you
oder
can
nur
be like,
deutschen
God,
Untertitel.
Gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean. Like,
Yeah, and your opportunities to be mean there aren't over. So,
Kein Gameplay haben. Man sieht jetzt ja gerade ein bisschen was vom Gameplay. Also ein bisschen sieht man ja endlich mal was. Ne? Es ist ja leider immer alles sehr unregelmäßig, was kommt.
yeah. So yeah, Gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game.
Wow.
I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few
Wow.
things.
Ich hoffe, die zeigen wirklich
Honestly,
was vom
it's
Kämpfen. Das
cool
fände ich
to-
noch
it's an
interessant.
amazing
Was
thing
macht
on
die
the
da? Warum
franchise,
guckt die gegen
how
eine
many
Wand?
things about this like speak to us as fans and that we
Warum
want to
guckt die
turn
gegen
into
eine Wand?
gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket, just kind of for the overall health of the
Wizard's
thing.
chest.
Those are things that aren't
Es sieht halt schon wirklich schön aus bislang.
I'm glad they mentioned they're a part of the wizarding world.
Every single time
Part of
there was something that
students'
we
Walking Simulator durch
regretted because we
Locations.
couldn't
Reicht dir das
include it.
nicht?
We also tried to figure out
Wie?
ways
Ich
to
dachte,
make sure it's included in
es
the
reicht
narrative,
doch
included in
voll.
the stories.
Wir machen einen
Make
auf
sure
Death
there's a way to
Stranding
kind of,
hier.
like, acknowledge it, touch it,
Poststimulation.
and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
Deswegen, ich hoffe, dass sie wirklich noch was vom Kämpfen ein bisschen zeigen.
We're
see your
like,
reaction.
Werden beobachtet.
We're in Defense Against the Dark Arts class. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by.
Mich würde es halt auch mal
I also
interessieren, so
recognize the dragon at the
Unterricht
very
und
top.
so.
Oh my gosh.
being in a classroom, I think
What
this is a good
about these?
opportunity to talk about how classes work, because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it to tell us how classes work?
Muss manche
ultimately
unterrichten
decided not to
gehen?
go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and you know that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day? and
There
that kind
is
of
a
thing.
day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world.
der
There's
Frosch
something
kommt
happening
wieder.
in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose.
Hä, es gibt sogar einen
between as you're
Discord?
progressing
Wusste ich gar nicht.
through the game,
Und
and
bin ich da nicht
classes
drin?
fit within that structure.
Kriege ich
So
alles
there are
schneller mit.
mainline things the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these.
Aber ich habe ein
kind of
bisschen
defense
Angst für die
elements
Leute
and
auf der
missions. And then
Switch.
there are also
Also ich weiß
additional
nicht, wie die Leute auf der
opportunities
Switch
outside of that.
so
They're
ein
kind of
Spiel
like
spielen wollen.
side classroom missions essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure, and also get to know the professors better.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of
Das
showing off.
Unterzeichnen ist mal, dass
Ways
es
to kind of
speichert, oder?
interact with the environment and just engage with the world. And, you know, maybe down there he's sipping some tea with the
Victorian high, you know.
Yeah.
little
high society.
High society.
Yeah,
And
it's-
it's no wonder you like this area because we built it for like the purebloods and the
Ooh,
Slytherins.
wow.
Come on.
Well, like
This
speaking
is
of
beautiful.
Lisbon, like, the sound effects again, the chatter of the communication that's happening and the footsteps, like it just makes it.
Das
feel
ist so
more
cool, wie die
alive.
Leute durch die
Events
Gegend
like
fliegen
that.
auf ihren Besen.
Brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom go
overhead.
by. Love that. The data tower was one example, but no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be a little bit different, and that's mostly to help orient the player.
Right.
Help you not get lost. But this is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders, a name that came from the Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality, and
Personality, I like that because
Yeah,
it
a
gives
lot of
it does like
character.
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character.
Statt
no matter where you
Gobstones
go.
habe ich Grabsteine gelesen. Und ich so, hä, wieso hat jemand mehrere
Ancient
Grabsteine?
castle full
Ach
of
du Heiland.
magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of,
develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic,
Eh.
Mr. Magic himself.
keys.
Might feature a poltergeist or two.
You know, we talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side.
Der ist ja so ein Geheimnisdingens gewesen.
The lanky, and he's got his
Rennt einfach
friend.
vorbei.
And I think if players don't
Dass es
know,
deutsches
there's
Synchro
another
geben wird, okay, dann bin ich ja
Orwell
gespannt.
page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides
It
there.
hides behind it. That's right.
Okay, René wird in den nächsten 20 Minuten hier losfahren und nach Hause kommen.
A hallway has personality by
Ja gut, das
how it
passt ja.
looks,
Das
so we
Video
just
können wir auf jeden Fall
have
noch
the
angucken,
music
Leute.
hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over and
Das ist auch ohne
so the
Untertitel, das ist ja
sound
okay.
makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's
Also mir
been
ging es
some
halt nur darum, dass
criticism
es
in the past
irgendwo
that, our trailers and our gameplay, what
Untertitel
we've shown
zumindest
so
hat.
far has not had enough owls, okay?
Weil komplett
So here we
Englisch zu
are
streamen finde ich immer ein
at
bisschen
the
schwierig.
Owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a
So,
lot of
ich bin
owls
jetzt
at the
geantwortet.
owlery.
I
All
love
the
the
owls.
fog rolling down now.
Great callback. Great call.
No, I also love that as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation
That's
knowing
so
that is
cool.
real.
That lovely Scottish countryside.
We're kind of closing out our.
Meine, es gibt
our
verrückte Menschen, die das in
mini-tour of
Sims
Hogwarts. And again,
nachbauen.
it's but a fraction of,
Hey, Ace, hast
this
Bock?
enormous castle. But we're
Ach,
closing it out here in the
du.
clock tower. So another recognizable location.
Yeah.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret
Sehr
dueling
geil
club
aus.
is, that the students have put together. Professors definitely know about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here.
Who's in a younger year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game this is going to be the first time where
Bis
you
dann, Vanni.
yourself
Schön,
get
dass
to
du
learn
da
about
warst.
combat and combos in a big way and in a new way.
Tschüss.
For me personally, this was where the game like, really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Los, zeigen Sie
we've
den
set up
Kampf.
we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top
Jetzt
is
wird's
the
interessant,
accio
Leute.
spell, followed by
Die reden immer
four,
so
what
laut.
we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There are certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting
Okay, das wär
spells,
cool.
just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again.
Right.
You can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust and update those things. And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them. And that's how you access all those.
Oh,
Normal.
man. It looks like we're about to get some action over here.
Yeah. So this is a great way to kind of learn how to pull things together,
So you
pull those
Leviosa
combos
right
together.
Here. Yeah. Tap, accio, tap, tap, tap. Awesome.
Richtig gut gemacht. Bin gespannt, wie es sich dann auch selbst
Dummy,
spielen
but I
lässt.
mean,
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Now let's talk about some more features of the combat system.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of crossed wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match
Noch eine
lined
Runde.
up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause
I'm
the
ready.
pause the action.
Yeah, yeah.
Ich
and
finde noch
talk
die
about what you're
Robe
seeing on
so
the screen, 'cause,
cool.
there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay.
Oh, man kann gegen einen Partner
Here
sich
you can
duellieren.
select if you want to fight with somebody else, some of
One
your
of the other
classmates.
students.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're not. We want that
Schade.
action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of.
Schade. Hätte ich gerne mal gesehen.
combat.
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against three people.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Off the jump.
Oh.
So I can.
Okay,
I can
doch, wir
spend,
können duellieren
just
und
'cause I know
dann
people are
doch.
going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. You're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we kind of put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all of a sudden, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up
Typ ist halt
also
auch ein
being a
Bro, der
color
gerade
indicator
spielt,
for
ne? Also,
which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards
Spiel
kind of like that
abgestürzt.
close attention that you're
das wäre
paying
lustig.
on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's
Give us
going
a breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, you know, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you will be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with the Protego.
And I love that
Okay,
deflect
sowas
where
wie
it goes off
blocken.
and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls too.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that. Even
Oh, der
in
Typ
your
ist im
combos
Boden
and stuff.
verschwunden.
So if you're focused on a character,
Ist eine
you know,
Frau.
you're
Mehl
doing
aus dem
your
Boden
thing, and
verschwunden.
someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna.
Könnte man die rein theoretisch gegen diese Uhr schleudern? Frage für einen Freund.
It's like a dance.
Oh, what the fuck.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies there's almost like a,
Victory! Yay!
it's kind of like a there's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance,
That's such a good call.
and there are a lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat system in order to kind of capitalize on that idea
beat them
that's pretty unique to the
blindfolded.
Wizarding world.
Understandable.
Well, perhaps you should try that next time. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Okay.
And that is more or less going to wrap it up for us for now.
On the
We're gonna
side
show you character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future, may show next time. You know, so leaving the castle, going out here.
Komm, wir machen einen Walking Simulator da draus. Wir laufen einfach durch Hogwarts den ganzen Tag.
There's the owlry again.
Hab ich nichts dagegen.
All of the owls.
Das sieht
Yeah,
so
just heading out
schön
here again
aus.
to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts, and
Oh man.
this is not somewhere where we're going today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
Hogsmeade kann man ja, glaube ich, auch gehen. Ich bin mir gerade nicht
Glimpse
sicher.
at the scale of the
Ich
castle
glaube,
back there.
Hogsmeade war mit dabei.
All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you've seen. But I think, James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things. So
Yes.
while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side, I know there's a few things that you want to pick Alan and Boston's brains about.
I would love that because there's a lot. All right, so some of these questions we did pull from the
Sind wir so
community
leise?
secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
And also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off of- yeah.
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
elaborate on, because we went through character customization, Hogwarts itself, and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color, so kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there are lots of things. There's kind of like a barber shop in Hogsmeade that you can go to. And
Okay.
Of course, there's
inside
a
of
wizard
there-
barber.
Okay, es gibt also quasi sowas wie einen Friseur.
Change your hair
Okay.
color for holidays or something, right?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
The game features a lot of appearance customization in it, so there's a ton of options there. But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, awesome, awesome. Next question, what kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time?
Ja, bitte.
I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters' personalities. You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell. And then the spell is open, you know, the assignment and how you complete it with your professor. And so
Ich bin immer noch
there are
irritiert von dem.
opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But
Irgendwas hat er
they do
geschrieben.
all take
Von dem Buch, was da
form
ist.
of our mission structure.
As you mentioned earlier. Wow. Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system, right? When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change. And as you spend talents, in some cases it even
also Talentbaum.
changes like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example. And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect even how you approach combat and how you think about the battlefield.
Okay.
I won't be touching the dark art stuff, but I know many of you guys will be.
Maybe on your second playthrough?
Second playthrough, yes. Dark Hufflepuff.
Ja, sag jetzt 2 Playthroughs. Man muss eigentlich zweimal spielen. Einfach nur, um es komplett zu erleben.
I want to close off with this question, and this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long, and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans to experience? Boston.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that whether you're already a fan and love this game,
Das
or
Buch,
this is
der
your first
Zauberstab dreht sich
introduction
nicht,
to the
er dreht sich
world,
wieder.
I hope
Hab
we
nichts
just point at
gesagt.
each other in the best way possible, and I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel
Ja,
like they
ich
can
wollte schon
own
mal
it.
durch Hogwarts
Live there.
laufen.
I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official 5th year.
Bin so
Ja,
gespannt, wie viel
it's really funny
Zeit man in
because-
dieses Spiel investieren kann.
because
Darauf bin ich schon
I-
so gespannt.
I want to give a different answer, and I will. But I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar. Because my favorite thing when running around, playing the game, and getting to know Hogwarts the way.
Ich glaube, es wird wahrscheinlich wie bei Ghost of Tsushima sein. Man möchte einfach alles sehen und alles erkunden.
Right, because you want the person architecting it to really know that. But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's
right.
really looking over the edge and
Yeah.
Sollte man auch, ja.
seeing location. I'm like, oh my
Man
god, I'm
sollte
right
es schon
there. And in
genießen.
the
Deswegen bin
movie
ich halt
saying,
immer mehr so
I
der
know what's around
Story.
that corner in the film. Like if you
Yeah.
go down this way,
Yeah.
there's
Also,
actually a thing over
Nicht in
here.
schwierigen
and there's this person over
Schwierigkeitsgrad,
here,
sondern
and
mehr so
this thing
easy
happened,
Story
and
und
it just
so.
adds all this richness to everything that you already love.
And not just that, but you're going to add your own story.
Yeah.
So you know what happens around that corner because you did something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the quick answer, just to
point.
have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love looking at the whole world and just being like, okay, I can just go.
I can go there.
That vantage point. Yeah.
There's just something exhilarating about it
Yeah.
that feels very different in that kind of
Dieses
open air
Hogwarts-Schloss im
and on that
Hintergrund
thing.
haben. Ich glaube,
It
das
just,
ist das, was auch
it's kind of
leuchten
incredible.
kann.
Yeah.
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories because it is your story and you are going to be
Ich bin
writing.
so hyped auf
you know,
dieses Spiel.
This is your unique
Ich kann es
experience
jetzt
within this.
spielen.
And
Warum
even
haben sie es
within the things that are
verschoben?
the
Sonst müsste
same,
mich
it's
eigentlich
going to be
in
your unique experience. It's different
Yeah.
from mine.
Bisschen
it's
mehr als
different
2
from- We're
Wochen
all approaching
rauskommen.
it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator, a little mini tour of Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you
Sein
in
Hoodie
the
ist by the
future.
way auch
Hogwarts
cool.
Legacy releases on February 10th,
Avalanche, kann man die
2023, and
ausspricht,
is
Hoodie.
available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something
Hab's
else.
schon
But for now,
gepreordert.
bye.
Bye.
Tschüss. Ich bin hyped, Leute. Er sieht schon gut aus. Es sieht schon unfassbar gut aus. Da steht noch 10. Februar, wollte es nur sagen. Ich wollte es nur sagen, da steht noch 10. Februar. Da steht noch 10. Februar. Bleiben wir mal. Hoffen wir mal, dass es weiterhin so bleibt. Nee, ich bin hyped, Leute. Ich bin tatsächlich sehr hyped auf dieses Spiel. Ich freue mich drauf. Sehr. Das wird super. Hoffe ich. Ich hoffe, es enttäuscht mich nicht.